My memo tonight is inspired by events taking place in an island far, far away. An island that was once an empire, and an island that is really developing this knack for throwing its leaders under the bus. After a brief Kenyan-like power holdout, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has given in to the inevitable and resigned. This came after 2 days of some dramatic resignations from his cabinet secretaries, ministers and members of parliament. 59 in total, all from his Conservative Party, walked away, saying they could no longer serve under him. And reluctantly, Boris Johnson alisalimu amri na kujiuzulu kama kiongozi wa chama cha Conservative. But what caused the flurry of resignations, you may ask? It must be something really huge. I mean, ministers resigning en masse? The reasons must be very compelling. But it's actually not anything worth much attention in Kenyan terms. Boris Johnson had lied. It started with that small party at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Remember, at the time, gatherings of any kind were not allowed. Despite this, parties were held at his number 10 Downing Street residence. He was also fined by police over a gathering to celebrate his 56th birthday. He's also been accused of not taking action against some of his lieutenants who broke laws. And just like that, he has been forced to resign, albeit reluctantly. Now, here in Kenya, what Boris Johnson did is like breathing for some of our political leaders. Break COVID-19 rules? We do it several times daily. Lie and cheat? At least 7 times a day. Watch silently as your trusted people break the laws? Which laws? Johnson is now paying for his misdeeds in dramatic fashion. His cabinet secretaries and ministers resigning one by one. Some of those who are appointed to replace those who have left declining their appointment or even resigning hours after being picked. It is ironic how things have changed for Johnson in 3 years. He had not lost any vote, and in 2017, he led his party to an emphatic victory at the general elections. His government has a majority in the House of Commons. He recently won a vote of confidence of his party's members of parliament. In short, he had everything a prime minister could want, and yet he is leaving because he has to. Leaders are accountable for their actions, something that is lacking here in Kenya. I still remember such utterances as, "I would rather die than resign," or "I will not resign. Who is my accuser?" Conscience is supposed to be everyone's first accuser. Conscience tells you before anyone else does that you are right or wrong. Conscience alone is sufficient to make one resign. And in any case, resigning is not necessarily an admission of guilt. There is something in the spaces Boris Johnson and his equivalent in Kenya operate called political responsibility. In fact, it accounts for the larger portion of resignations of political and government figures. Watching the drama unfold in the UK, for me, is very refreshing. Seeing political leaders taking personal and moral responsibility is a thing of beauty. Watching how politicians resign on principle because they disagree with the party leader, that is almost impossible here in Kenya. And it's a shame. Because as a people, we deserve the very best in terms of leaders. And that is my memo.